Years and years ago, he was at the meeting when they decided these are the countries that are going to destroy, way before 9/11, okay? And I'm just going to put them on the board, and then you can put two and two together. Of course, the one at the top of the list was Iran. It always has been at the top of the list, because in Iran, they would have a pipeline going straight from the Caspian right down to Haifa. And they've always wanted to do Iran first, okay? So, we've got Iran here. They're leaving it. What they're doing with Iran is, because they can't do it directly, they're destroying any other country that Iran could use for help. They are isolating Iran by taking out all the other countries that could help. This is a long-range plan, okay? And so when they have something in Ottawa, like this poor mentally ill guy who they want the terrorism, they want that fear, they want the Ebola. It's all about this plan, okay? And we'll go into that. So, Iraq, and then Iran, and first, but they didn't do it first. They wanted Iraq, and Libya, Syria. They've all got gas, they've all got oil. Then Lebanon. These were all on the list. And then Afghanistan, of course. And the Sudan. You remember Clinton bombed them all right after the Lewinsky debacle. There he was with his pants down around his feet, and decided they found out about Lewinsky, so he bombed the whole drug company in Sudan, saying that they had weapons there and all that. And all it was drugs for the people, but he had it bombed. There you are. So, and your first sheet down there, I love this article. This is absolutely true. The one no one ever talks about. All of this is so that there can be a Rothschild bank in every country that doesn't have it yet. Okay? That's what it's about. This whole globe, this globe is mortgaged to the hilt with interest, huge interest debts. All because private people are printing the money almost for every country in the world now. So we had a debt flatline until '74 when we stopped using our Bank of Canada, and they put all our loans in the Rothschilds Bank, and all the banks that they own. So we'll be getting into that later, but this is why all these places have to be destroyed. The first thing, they have the pipeline. They had their own money. They owed the Rothschilds zilch. Same with Iraq. Iraq, these were the most civilized places over there. There wasn't any fundamentalism. In Iraq, the women wore what they wanted to. They had careers. It was a very secular. And then Libya, the same. Gaddafi had the same credentials as anybody who has gone to West Point, any general in the United States. He had even better credentials than anyone here. The oil went to the people, the same in Iraq, the oil went to the people. It was basically secular. And I think he built a huge, he built a huge irrigation. I mean, it was wonderful what he did. It was so modern. The irrigation, the people again, they had jobs, whatever. And whoever they had in prison, it wasn't as much as Bush had in prison at any point. So Libya, because Libya was using its oil, Libya didn't have any debts. They didn't have to apply to any private banks for loans. Neither did Iraq. As soon as they went into Iraq and stole everything, the IMF came in. Iraq's in debt now, it's a shambles. The people are all going to die of DU. This is horrible. This is mass murders. Everywhere it's mass murders, okay? So Libya, they did that. First, years ago, they killed, he had a little baby girl, bombed his house, she died in her crib. So they tore him to ribbons. He was like what they did to, who was a guy in Italy during the war? Mussolini. They tore his body literally apart. They did the same with Gaddafi. And it's all like a horrible Hollywood shtick movie, okay? And that's how it's being done. They want to do the same in Syria, Lebanon, Afghanistan. They've already done it. Oh, what a dope business they've got there. The Afghanistan, the dope is going everywhere they need it to go. It's going to China, it's going to the black areas in North America. That's where it's all going. The Sudan, they'll be in there as well. And I say they'll go into Sierra Leone because the Ebola is in there now. You know why? They have millions of diamonds right under the soil.
Oh, yeah.
Sierra Leone. So now they're going to get the Ebola because they can't go in there the same way they can go in here. And Africa is getting the Ebola because it gives them a way of getting in. And someone who was there when the Ebola first started said, you know what, it's not really Ebola. People are not turning to mush and losing blood from every orifice. It's not quite like that. So the Ebola that's going into Africa now, that's another way of getting in. Because one of the countries there, when they said, oh, we'll send soldiers in to help you, the soldiers are going to be setting up hospitals and places for the doctors, nurses to live. And at the end of it, the person who was talking, the head of the country, said, we'll let you in to help us, but please don't take our country, unquote. Okay, so the Ebola is a way in the door. So, and the more Hollywood crap you can do here, like this guy, you know what somebody said about this guy who attacked in Ottawa? They said, it's Canada's 9/11.
Oh my
and I
God.
went, puke. Okay, it's that stupid, and it's insulting that they think people are so stupid.
Yes.
But they are.
The guy, I heard it as it was happening, actually. I just tuned in, I don't know why, and there it was. And they're describing what he's doing, and they said, okay, this guy, he's come along, he's commandeered a car. He's got a big, it's a long gun. He's commandeered a car, he's getting in the car. Oh my God, he's driving the car right up to the front door of the Parliament. Oh, he's hopping out now, he's still got the gun. All this time, no one has made a move to stop him. Nobody. He's driven up the lawn, he's taken the car, the people are screaming, he's got the gun, they can all see it. He's driving up the lawn, he's hopping out at the door, he's running in the door with this big gun. He's already in the door, running down the hall. Come on. Oh, I think it's called stand down.
Oh, yeah.
For this poor little mentally ill person. So, and now, one guy that was killed, so now they're making, yes, it was wrong, and yes, I feel sorry for the family, but they're using the death of that one soldier. Let's hype it up. We'll have all the cars, we'll have a huge funeral, we'll have, it's Hollywood. Everything that happens from here on in, they're gonna use it. Make a big deal out of it. So that people between the Ebola and the terrorism, oh God, can I even go out the door today? What's gonna happen to me? This is what they want. This is what, that's why there is no school, no university anywhere. Well, there's one in England and here, but I mean, I got in a rather strange way. I mean, they asked me what I did. I told them I'm a journalist. Oh, okay, that's nice, teach that. But I don't think they realized what investigative journalism is really about. So I'm still going. Anyway, this is what's going to happen now. And even if it's not planned, even if it's not, that he was put up to it, any incident with anybody who's mentally ill, they're going to use that. Even the guy's mother said, oh, he hasn't been all there for years. I can't get to him. I haven't seen him in 5 years. So now they got a new word, radicalized. Whoever is getting radicalized, which means anybody who's pissed off with what's going on over here and joins any kind of group, makes any kind of protest, they're radicalized, okay? So, I think there was a group once in the States, I don't know whether they were protesters or a music group, and they were called the Free Radicals. That's us, the Free Radicals. Because a free radical invades a system. I mean, in your body, a free radical, you want to get rid of it because, it's going to do something to your system. So they call themselves the Free Radicals. So all these places, they've got things that can be stolen. And then, of course, now they're bad-mouthing Putin all over the place. And like I said, if you see him sitting there with Obama, you can see by Putin the look on his face, because he's an old-timer, and he loves Russia. Anyway, he's sitting there, and you can see him with Obama, and he's thinking, how in God's name have I ever gotten on a stage with this moron? I mean, you can tell the way he's looking at Obama, that's just what he's thinking. How did I end up here? So these are the 7 countries, and it's